Welcome, my friends, to Nintendo Treehouse Live October 2020. It is October 7th, 2020. We're going to be reacting to the Treehouse Live. The presentation is going to include Pikmin 3 Deluxe, and it's going to include Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. Are you guys ready? Here we are. Here we are. We are ready to go. This is live. You can see. Hold on. My chair's in the way. See? Oh, right here. Live. You see that? Live. So we're just waiting for them to start. Hopefully you guys are having a great day and, you know, night or whatever time it is where you are. And starting soon. Okay, well, let's keep playing the music then. Let's keep playing the music. There's no audio on this end. It's gonna blast my ears off. I'm gonna put it like halfway, maybe for now. And we should be good to go. Let me know what you guys are most excited for. I've been really tired lately, so if I look a little kind of drowsy, that's kind of why. I don't know what's up with me, but yeah. All right, here we go. How's it going, guys?
Hi everyone, I'm JC from the Nintendo Treehouse, and this is Nintendo Treehouse Live.
This is a live reaction,
Nintendo
so keep in mind there's going to be a live chat I'll be interacting with.
Sneak peek of some of the games and projects we're working
Dragoon,
on.
Octo, Darrell, Cosplay, how you guys doing?
Have, two
How's everyone doing?
projects to show you today. Later in the program, we're going to give you a look at Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. But first, we do want to give you a look at a game that we, you know, it's very, very near and dear to us in the Treehouse, which is Pikmin 3 Deluxe. And who better to show us through a Pikmin game than my man Corey. So Corey and I are going to take you through a little bit of the main adventure story mode, if you will, and we'll sprinkle a couple of new things along the way. So Corey, want to kick us off?
Yeah,
okay.
thank you. It is
Sorry, my eyes
pleasure
look really
to
dry.
talk anything Pikmin related.
Cool.
As you mentioned,
So yeah,
previously,
I'm
we
a
are
little new to the
showing
Pikmin series.
3 Deluxe today. And
Video's quiet.
right now we're in story mode, probably about 5 minutes.
How's
into the
that?
Story past the
Is that good?
introduction,
Or is it so
tutorial,
quiet?
cutscenes, etc. And I am controlling.
Here, I put it
one
up
of the
more. How's that?
explorers named Alf here.
Is this good?
Generally, what the story is three Alf and two explorer companions of his crash land on this alien planet and find themselves in need of getting back together again, finding the other explorers. But
Can you guys hear the video
finding
now?
food for their planet, and they meet these Pikmin creatures on the planet, which are adorable plant-like creatures we can see here that are very curious. They're very loyal, and you'll be using them throughout your adventure.
Okay.
So I just
Let me know if you
called
guys need me to turn it up
red
more,
Pikmin
or if
out
it's
of the
fine.
base here, and you notice I'm skipping a few of the prompts. I'm going to be doing that a little bit throughout this, just in order to keep the flow going, as well as not to spoil the game for everyone as well. So, but as I move my left stick around, you're able to see that I control my explorer, and the left stick also controls this red cursor as well. So if I'm all the way out of range, it also moves the explorer.
Huh.
If I push the A button where the
Looks
cursor
good.
is located, you'll toss
Better
a
cool.
Pikmin to that location. And if you toss a Pikmin near something like this flower pellet over here, you'll see that the Pikmin automatically starts to carry it back to his base, which is called an onion. And we're going to see some sprouts pop out of the top there and then go into the ground, which is the way Pikmin propagate. So if you want to get more Pikmin on your squad, you just want to bring things back to their base and then pluck the new Pikmin out of the ground. I've been using the control stick to control
They
thus
updated
far,
the textures and looks better than when you.
What I'm going to do now briefly is just pause the game and switch over to motion control to control the cursor, just because that's a personal preference of mine that I started to like a lot more on the Wii U release, but it is totally optional for player preference on how to control the pointer. So that red pointer where you see 23.
The music's
is now
nice.
being controlled with just a little bit of motion now. So story-wise, we
I like
are
the music.
trying to reunite with our fellow explorer.
Motion
Brittany.
controls.
And if I pause the game using the minus button, we can see that there's sort of a radar being pulsating over here across the water. So it looks like I need to somehow cross the water to reach Brittany. But if I try to take the direct approach and just go through the water, we're finding out that the game tells us that red Pikmin are not able to go into the water. Water is lethal.
Are
to them.
blue Pikmin able to go into the water?
Fortunately, I can use my whistle with the B button and whistle all of my Pikmin back to land. So Because the Pikmin are so helpful throughout my adventures, you really do grow a bond to them, and you do not want to lose even one. But
Yes.
there's a little creature over here that wants a lunch too. So
yeah, it looks hungry.
yeah.
You
These
feed them?
yellow things that you'll come across are memos, which can often give you a brief hint on how to go about your adventure here. So it recommended me tossing a Pikmin on the back of that creature, which if I toss a couple more, we'll be able to carry that creature back to the base to get more Pikmin. And I actually tossed some Pikmin on these bridge tiles as well, because what we're able to see is even though I can't cross the water yet, if I collect enough bridge tiles with my Pikmin, they'll be able to build this bridge. So
that's
while
cool,
they are
man.
bringing those tiles to the bridge, I can see that there's a few more.
You're gonna want to play
pieces
gyro?
across
Why?
this wall, but I need to break down that wall. So if I toss a couple Pikmin at the wall, they'll start breaking it down, but they'll go pretty slowly. So if I want to speed up the process, we throw more Pikmin at the job.
That's pretty cool.
Meanwhile, we still have our Pikmin collecting these tiles. Looks like my Pikmin also brought back that carcass from the small little creature, so we were able to get even more Pikmin. And we'll throw these new Pikmin at the wall to make it go even faster.
Oh, snap.
You know, this whole thing about Pikmin, I do want to talk a bit more about that, because I think it's really interesting. You know, these Pikmin, you think about it, right? You pluck them out of the ground, and these big eyes, they're still trying to figure out the world, and they're kind of relying on someone to tell them what to do. So, as you can tell, all these Pikmin have like a single focus when you tell them what to do. And, you know, from their perspective, it's like, okay, well, I should follow this living thing that's telling me what to do, right? But at the same time, you know, it's kind of curious about you. The open eyes, full of wonder, you know, it's kind of relying on you to kind of help it, right? And so I feel kind of bad because, you know, at times you may encounter some enemies and Pikmin may, what's the word? Die.
Die.
And that sound is absolutely heartrending, and I do not wish that on anyone.
Oh, wow.
However, if
I'm
you put
overexposed
Pikmin in
here.
that situation, it's kind of your fault. It's not theirs. So take care of your Pikmin. That's the story.
That's right. And I had to go back and collect them. As you mentioned, they were
I'm still a little
single-minded, so
overexposed.
once they're done with the task, they kind of just wait for their next order. So you're constantly needing to
There you go.
whistle to get their attention whenever they complete their tasks. And we're coming up against our second creature of the game here, which is a larger version.
Yeah,
of that
I think he
big
was
one
trying
we
not
saw,
to say
creature.
die, because
And
Nintendo never says die.
As I creep around here before waking them up, I did want to point out another
But he
one
said
of the
die.
fun features of the game, which is the
Nintendo's
in-game
getting a little
camera. Every time you
cray-cray.
Push the minus button to pause and kind of just see the world from your explorer's eyes, which is that pint-sized view. So we've got this Pikmin's just looking at me, waiting for his next order. Hey, buddy. But it's a fun way to take pictures on your journey, as well as almost feel like you're kind of on this nature safari. While this enemy is sleeping, instead of tossing my Pikmin one at a time, I'm going to use a different feature which is called Charge, which if you lock on and press the X button, will send them all of your Pikmin in your squad
Holy crap, that's crazy.
at the creature or object at once.
That creature had no chance, dude.
And that can be very useful if you've got a large squad you're wanting them to take an order all at one time. So you can use that on the walls as well, for example.
And you mentioned that you just used that feature a couple times. I do want to point that out because I really, really like that feature, which is the Logon feature. If you're familiar with the Pikmin games, you'll kind of remember that there was no Logon feature. You had to kind of manually aim, kind of do it. But by tapping the ZR button a couple times, you can cycle through targetable items on the screen. And so it can make kind of tossing and moving your Explorer a lot faster just by kind of hot swapping between different Logon targets. So I really dig that.
Yeah, and I think the cycling through the different objects and enemies is the thing that really helps me when there are multiple objects or you're in a tight space. So we're coming across Brittany. We're getting a little bit closer to her. We are seeing that fortunately she's okay. The crash landing just made her take a little bit of a nap, and she needs to be rescued now. She's kind of still trapped in here.
I like that language you're speaking.
Yeah, the explorers do speak a different language, so fortunately we as the players can see the subtitles there. Very cute language. All right. right. So Brittany noticed that there was some fruit nearby, which we will see just as we round the corner. A strawberry, which looks much larger in this world to us because we, as the explorer and the Pikmin, are so tiny. And because my explorer cannot jump, the only way to reach this item is actually by tossing Pikmin near the strawberry. So you see that number 3 on the bottom. That indicates that the minimum number of Pikmin required to move the object is 3, but you can throw a few more if you want the object to move a little bit faster.
Oh, that's
they
cool.
will know instinctively, the Pikmin, to bring that back to the base. So I can leave them on their own, and they'll get it back there. And,
Then you got to go back to the
as
base to
we're
pick them
trying
up,
to
right?
Continue on and rescue Brittany.
Bring them back near
We need to get past this wall.
your party.
But we're finding that this wall, red Pikmin can't break down. And so another new feature that I wanted to showcase here is these optional hints that have been added. So if a newer player, got stuck or just wanted to know what to do next, you can push up on the plus control pad, and that's going to show some hints. And then
I've never
even
played Pikmin. No,
position
I played a
some
little
arrows on
bit of the
ground
demo
just to let you know
on
where to go. So it's
3DS,
guiding me to a nearby
but I've
cave
never
here
really
to
played Pikmin much.
you
No,
find
but I mean, it
Pikmin
looks good. It
and
looks
progress
kind of
And on top of the
relaxing.
screen,
I
you
mean, am
notice
I
that
wrong
kind
to
of
say
sun
this
meter,
relaxing?
kind of crawling across. From
It's
the
kinda like a
left
chill
on top
game.
of the screen. And that kind of indicates
Like
how
an
much
Animal
time,
Crossing kind of,
before he has to get
relaxing.
through his tasks,
Like obviously it's different than
as
Animal
well.
Crossing, but I
Let's
mean
just say
like
nighttime is not very nice to Pikmin. You want to make sure you get them out of there before sundown. And, that actually ties into the hints also. So if this is the first time for you playing the game, if you really just want to make the most out of your day and you want something, some kind of hint, feel free to use them. And just it'll help you kind of explore different ways and different methods that maybe you weren't aware of yet. So
oh well,
definitely use
crap,
it.
you got rock Pikmin
And
now.
after defeating this enemy, we discovered that there were a new type of Pikmin that were actually inside that creature. These are rock Pikmin, and we didn't go into detail earlier, but each Pikmin type will have their own.
I really want to
specialties.
play it, but
So
like,
we're learning here that rock Pikmin have the ability.
there's
to
so many
break
games
sort of
coming
these
out,
hard
man. I don't
crystals
know
and
if I can
flash,
like pull it
which
off
red Pikmin does
financially.
not. Later on, you'll see that.
Oh
blue Pikmin
man,
are the only
November's
Pikmin
gonna be
that can
so
go
freaking
into the water.
crazy.
So, all right. So
That
now that we've got that
new
enemy
rock- oh.
defeated, I would like to basically sprout a few more rock Pikmin. So I'm going to ask those rock Pikmin to bring it back to the onion, and we will pluck some more rock Pikmin out before we continue our adventure. And again, one of those
You play 1, 2, and 3.
memos
Nice,
that
man.
pop up, letting you know.
Yeah, I feel like I'm like one of the only people that haven't played Pikmin.
I love the adorable kind of 2D artwork on those as well. All right, so we've got our rock Pikmin. We've got our red Pikmin. I feel confident.
What's up,
we
William?
can head out of this cave now. Oops.
Wait, what about those crystals? What do those
Yeah,
crystals do? How do you open those?
There we go.
What are you doing? There's crystals. How do you break open the crystals? Can't you throw the rock Pikmin at them or something?
So this wall
Oh,
we could
man.
not break down earlier. Again, if I try to throw red Pikmin, we'll see that nothing really
So how do you
happens,
throw the
but
rock
if I push the
Pikmin?
L button.
Oh,
I
L.
swap between Pikmin types. And
This
can
looks
now
really
throw,
good. I'm not gonna lie.
Rocks Pikmin, and we're seeing them.
He's
break
speedrunning
down
it?
the wall.
So normally, like, you can throw the rock Pikmin
And
at those
then
like
we'll
crystal
sort of
things, right? And
follow
break
Pikmin
them.
back, and
Just like
Good
he's
name.
he's throwing the rock Pikmin at these
finally,
things.
we found you. Let's get you out of there. Let's break down
Man,
this
this looks really
glass
good,
wall as
dude.
well.
Oh man, I'm just so torn because it's like there's so many there's so much coming out in November that like it's gonna be tight.
That's a celebratory.
It's gonna be
backflip
tight.
dude.
And now the freaking sun went down, so my
Super happy to no longer be confined. So now that they've
gotta put my
reunited
exposure
here,
back up.
I'm able to use both Brittany.
Gotta
and
love
Alex
having a
at the same
camera that
time.
you can adjust on the fly like that. You might
And
get the game that
first
comes
kind
out.
of,
It looks pretty good.
way that the
Rock and
game
break
will
things
teach
faster.
you,
Any glass
it's
or
not
crystal?
just
Okay.
for, I
That's
guess, the
cool.
aesthetics that you can have multiple party members, but it actually comes in handy from a strategy perspective. So having Brittany, you can toss her over a gap, toss her some Pikmin, and then at any moment while you're playing, you can push the Y button and switch to Brittany, and then we're going to see that she's able to, since she's on a higher elevation, throw some Pikmin up to reach that lemon. And if I were on a lower elevation, I'm going to whistle really quickly once they get this lemon down, we would see that if I tried to throw red Pikmin that high, they would not be able to reach that high. So
Wait, so
there
rock
are points
Pikmin
throughout
can,
the
but
game where you will
sorry, my nose
need
itchy.
to
It
split
looks
up
like I'm
your
picking it. I
squad
promise not.
and maybe throw one over a
So
gap
rock
or over
Pikmin can make it
water.
that far, but
But
red
since,
Pikmin can't. Did I
since
get
we
that
do have
right?
two explorers
I'm
now in the game,
confused.
both Alf and Brittany. JC, I thought it could be a good time to for you to hop in since with Pikmin 3 Deluxe,
So
it
there's
is
co-op.
the first time that two people can play the story mode together.
Oh.
At any time, you can just pause, go to
How
play
long
co-op,
is Pikmin
and,
3? I'm gonna.
JC, you wanna
How
hop in?
long to beat
Absolutely.
Pikmin 3?
So we'll see the screen.
16
now
hours?
become Split.
Is that
with
right?
me on the left, JC on
No,
the
12,
right.
13.
JC
Like
doesn't
12 or
have the
13
Pikmin
hours. Is
on,
it?
so
Is
he
that?
might
Does
get
that
some
sound
on
right?
his
12 to
own.
13 hours to beat
So
this game?
I'm gonna throw some red Pikmin your way, and you'll
Thank
just
you.
have to whistle at them, and they'll be in your party.
Or
And I'm gonna keep charge of these rock Pikmin, and let's just keep making our way forward. There's some creatures up here that are.
so
carrying
one of them can.
crystals,
Okay, that's cool. One of them can take
which,
charge
can
of
be a
the
little
rock
dangerous to
Pikmin. The other one
red
can take charge of the red
so
Pikmin.
let me take these
12-hour
guys
game.
out
Okay.
Before the red.
That's actually
Pikmin
weird to
drops
think
into
of because
the
like it doesn't
water.
look like it'd be that long
They're
of a game. It
gone.
looked like it looked like maybe like an
So
8-hour
I'll
game
take
tops.
These, bridge tiles over here and
For a
start
casual
doing-
run?
'cause yeah, there's a bridge. So I'll start doing
What do you mean
this.
casual?
Okay.
What's the difference between like a
There is
casual and like a
bridge we found,
hardcore run?
and JC
You mean like a
gets
100% run?
One side and
Like
I found
collecting
some bridge
everything?
Tiles on the left that need
Pikmin 2, you have 2 human.
to be carried back, but it
Now you
was
have
in
3
a
guys.
sort of
There's
crystal,
there's
so I used
3
my
in
rock
Pikmin in this
there.
Pikmin.
And we're kind of seeing some teamwork here. JC is using his squad to do a different task than me, which is, yeah, again, we're making the most of our time.
Wait,
let's
12
try to
hours
get
is for a
together,
speed
so-
run? Is that what you said? Or 8
Looks like
hours
I've
is for a
got
speed run?
7 more bridge tiles to go, and we will have this bridge completed.
Oh, that's cool. And then it'll be done this like section of the game, right? So this would this section be considered like a level, like a level? If anyone's just tuning in, and you're wondering why I seem so clueless, I've actually never really played Pikmin much. I played a little bit of like the demo with 3DS, but I haven't really played it beyond that. It's just one of the Nintendo games I never really got like into for some reason.
There we go.
All right, so now that we've got the bridge, I'm just gonna whistle. to
That
make
and like
sure I've got all
Metroid. I
the,
haven't played a lot of Metroid.
kind of idle Pikmin in my party, and actually,
I'm taking some.
It's kind of funny. I
Okay,
got
good.
the
You can put
Metroid
Pikmin
remake on
onto the
3DS,
move
but like I
and
never
some,
got far in it.
yeah,
I think I beat like a level or 2.
need some pellets that we can bring back. And as we make our way back,
Pikmin looks more
you're
interesting to
gonna
me than
notice
like
that we're
Metroid
actually
did,
back where we
to
started.
be honest.
So we built a bridge, sort of a shortcut now back to the starting point.
Oh.
I'll go ahead and grab these red Pikmin. since
Well,
they're
now what?
Standing there, and
Oh, now you break that.
we're finding a new wall that we couldn't actually break down earlier when we first started. So since I found rock Pikmin, I'm going to throw them at this wall. And we didn't talk too much about this earlier, but any piece of fruit that you saw, we got the strawberry earlier, you'll want to bring that back to your base. And the more fruit you collect, the more days you're going to be able to explore this world. So that's how fruit plays a role in the game's story mode.
So what happens if you don't have enough
Brittany
fruit?
here
Do
is
you
noticing
do you
that
lose?
we got a
Game
new,
over.
Radar kind of detection
12 to
from
15?
elsewhere on the map.
Okay.
So she's recommending we go check it out. There's another tip letting us know that red Pikmin are fire resistant.
That's cool.
Looks so defiant in the face of fire. Look at that.
Right.
You just kind of enjoy it. Okay, I'm gonna take
So
out this
some
this
Some
enemy
new
that's breathing
creatures
fire.
here. All right. Oh, and
Okay.
I did not listen to that warning, but my rock Pikmin's lit up like a birthday candle, and he's freaking out. Similar to Pikmin, if they're drowning, as long as you whistle at a Pikmin in peril, as long as it's in time, they'll come running back to you, and they will.
Oh.
They'll be okay. Here it's just letting us know that we found some bridge materials, but this time it's on the opposite side of the water, so there's going to be a little bit more complications in order to get those bridge pieces. All right.
Taking this.
I also have some red Pikmin in my party, so rather than continuing to burn my rock Pikmin, I'm going to try to use my red Pikmin as well. Oh, thank you. Teamwork.
I got you.
Nice.
Ah, nice.
All right, so
There
those enemies have been felled.
Oh, it's raining.
All right, so
Hopefully I don't
at
lose
this
power.
point, there is the bridge.
If
that
by
we
any
cannot
chance I lose
cross on the
power,
left. JC, if you kind of
keep
come
in
up
mind
to
it's just
where
because of a
I'm at,
storm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to hold down the
I don't think
Y
that'll
button,
happen,
which
but
will allow you to join my party. and
Shouldn't
then I
happen.
can toss you over the water, and I can also throw some rock Pikmin over to you, because I think you're going to need some rock and some red.
Thank you.
And
Oh,
while
Pikmin
you work
riches.
on that bridge, I'll just hang out.
Sweet. Ooh, yes. Found him.
Huh.
Oh, nice. You used the charge feature. Well
I'm
done.
impatient.
That's
While
interesting.
you're doing that, I'm just going to have a little bit of fun. And one of my other favorite features.
So what if you weren't playing co-op? You could swap between
camera.
two characters?
I really like it.
Is that how it works?
From that pint-sized perspective. Oh, there's our enemy we just defeated, but we can also see some Pikmin hanging out.
That's cool, man.
Focus.
Take like
Oh, wow.
screenshots and
They're
crap.
just waiting for you to get your job done, lounging.
They need direction. They need guidance. They need love and support and all the other things.
I love taking photos. Okay, back to work. You guys, finish your bridge.
Yeah, I think my folks are done on my side, so we're good.
Actually, the one other feature I wanted to showcase briefly is another new feature to Pikmin 3 Deluxe, which is called the Picklopedia. And here, any creatures that you come across in the game will get their own entries, and you can, once you go in, you can tap on it and see different entries from different explorers in your party. So we've got
storms are definitely relaxing, man.
commenting on this dwarf bulborb. Since we've got
Especially when you're
Pikmin, you
watching
can see
Pikmin, it kind of goes hand in
well,
hand. I feel
there are
like,
spaces for
you know, it's like
3
raining on my
additional
window.
explorers, so you
My
can
window is like
then
right behind the
Google some
camera,
other fun notes to read about as
and
well.
watching
I find that
Pikmin.
it's really fascinating to come in because each
I like how
explorer has their
Pikmin
own
is just
take
like
on how they talk about the enemies
in like
and creatures they come
nature.
across.
You know what I mean? Like you're just exploring nature.
So
with
yeah,
all
that
these
is
little creatures.
Probably enough story mode for now. I'll go ahead and pause the game, and let's switch over to another brand new feature to Pikmin 3 Deluxe called Side Stories. These are some elements where you'll be able to see what Captain Olimar and Louis got up to.
The game seems so
prior to
relaxing.
The main story. of Pikmin.
Does the game get frustrating at all in Pikmin?
Before I forget, let's also talk about. I remember we mentioned the whole.
Or is it just kind of like a relaxing
sun
game?
kind of passing over, and they have a certain limited amount of time in the day. For those people, there's actually a much more difficult mode for you. So, you want to talk about that, Corey?
Yeah, there are 3 difficulty modes in story in Pikmin 3 Deluxe. There's normal, hard, and there is even an ultra spicy difficulty setting, which gives you only 60 Pikmin can be in the field at once, as well as some additional challenging elements. So for those that are familiar with Pikmin 3 or want a much bigger challenge, that'll be right up your alley. But yeah, for now, let's hop into a sneak peek of Side Stories, which I mentioned.
Side
feature
stories.
Captain Olimar prior to
So what are
the
side
happenings
stories?
of the main story, and we're gonna see
It's like-
Olimar here facing the camera. Sort of the background of this is that Captain Olimar, the company he works for, is in debt yet again back on his home planet, and his boss is sending him here looking for treasure to help the company get out of debt. Olimar is a very loyal worker and will go to great lengths to make his boss and employer happy. So good for Olimar here. Of course, Captain Olimar was in Pikmin 1 and the original Pikmin.
When you're doing
Pikmin 2,
something and then
as
lose like
well
50
as
Pikmin
Louis,
is something
who was
dumb.
his
Very
partner in
Does that
Pikmin
happen
2.
like often though?
Maybe a little bit less competent than Captain Olimar, who
Less
you can see here,
competent.
but
Oh, crap.
still a very key member of Olimar's team.
Well, and he's got his charm. Louis got charm.
Yeah, no, Louis is great. We love Louis.
Oh,
but
man, excuse me. I don't know why I keep
let's
yawning.
see here. All right, the
Day 4 Tundra.
objective of this mission is actually going to be different from the story mode we were playing earlier, because now the goal is just to collect as much treasure as we can in 12 minutes. And JC, of course, we've got you in here as split screen right now, but for the moment, we'll just switch it back to solo play for simplicity, and I will, I still do get to control both explorers, so I can still get Olimar in my party. I can also call the yellow Pikmin.
Severe
which we're seeing for the
thunderstorm
first
watch
time in
for
this
my
demo over,
region.
and we'll see a little bit of their special.
So hopefully we
attacks
make it through this.
there. We've got this electrified fence where if I throw a red Pikmin at it, we'll see them get a little bit electrocuted. But the yellow Pikmin are immune. They can be thrown at an electric fence, and they can start destroying it. So we will leave Louis there to keep an eye on our yellow Pikmin while we take our red Pikmin out into the rest of the map. And we saw this creature a second ago and learned that he's got kind of fire breathing, but knowing that we've got our red Pikmin with us, we're not worried about fire. So even if they get shaken off, which this enemy creature is doing, we can just, let's do some charging actually, Adam. There we go.
Like confidence,
done.
Corey. Nice.
And since the Pikmin were nearby when he was defeated, they're just automatically going to bring him back, which I will let them do. And we found some wild Pikmin, and blue Pikmin in the wild here, so we'll just call them. But before we hop in this water here, I'm going to swap back to Louie to see what he's up to. And he's just plucking Pikmin and keeping an eye on those yellow Pikmin. So, all right, let's take our blue Pikmin into the water. Again, blue Pikmin are the only Pikmin that can survive in the water. We found a creature in here that's a little bit hard to see, but he's under the water here. You can see that pie chart slowly starting to disappear. And this number 5 is
Rainy Days in
actually,
Pikmin?
the amount of gold treasure.
Makes
gold
things
nuggets
look even
here.
nicer.
As the Pikmin take this treasure back to the base, we're
Do
gonna see in
do
our
do
upper
do
left, the
do do
currency
do
start to
do
increase, which are
do.
Pokos, which is the currency of Olimar and Louis' home planet. So that is
Yo,
not
Octo,
just
your
to
name
take
is like a
back as
play
much
off
treasure
of
as we
like
can. Looks
Splatoon
like
and
almost done.
Olimar, right?
So
Like your nickname?
we will, oh, we lost some Pikmin somewhere. What happened? Oh no!
That sound, Corey.
I was not as smart as I could have been, and I lost some Pikmin.
That's
because
cool, man. It's like
there
a mix of
are
Octolings
some-
and
there's this
Olimar.
creature down here that is electric.
Yeah, that's pretty dope, bro.
That I believe either got
It's pretty
either
unique,
electrocuted by
honestly.
blue Pikmin or maybe ate them, but let's
Maybe
just
both.
Take them out. Yeah, maybe both. Yeah. I can still throw blue Pikmin at him, but once he starts to
Oops.
generate electricity, you want to get away. All right, I think we've got him. The blue Pikmin. All right, they're bringing.
I don't
it
remember
back.
how I thought of it, but like, yeah, it's dope, bro.
Let's head back here with them. Actually,
Very unique.
Louie's got control of that, so I'm just going to take control of Olimar.
So
and
what's
maybe
it with the
Olimar can
counter at
find
the
some
top
more
right
Pikmin
corner?
on the stage.
You know, I
So-
also noticed that you're walking by a couple of different fruit and stuff like that, and I also want to point out
Pluck these.
the different ways you can kind of think about a map. Because, from my perspective, if you have a large number of Pikmin, that really is a defining factor of how much you can grab. Because, a large piece of fruit or a large item that requires a lot, if it's farther away
Some
from
have
your base,
time
you're
limits.
not only going to need to
Yeah, but is this like in the
uh,
special
you know,
levels, or is
have
it
the number
also
to
like in the
carry
main
that item.
story?
But if you find something on the way back, you're going to need enough to, like if you want spur of the moment, just to go pick it up, you're going to need to also have
Oh,
enough
dude,
Pikmin
my
to
right
pick
eye's
up
like
that
watering. I
item as
can't
well. So
get it
I
out.
always try to memorize, like, where items are, what did I see, where did I pass it, is there anything else en route that I could probably take the next time I come back, and so it also creates a really interesting kind of play mechanic where I'm kind of thinking about how could I do this better, right? It's like I did it in this order last time. I'm gonna try this.
What's
map
up,
one more
Pac? How's it
time,
going, man?
And I know I can get more out of it. I know I missed that. I missed this.
Yeah,
So
I know this
lots
is side, but I'm saying like, is
And I
there
can already
is
tell
there a
you, just
timer
like me,
ever
I've
in
already
like
made
main story stuff?
multiple mistakes that I would not have wanted to do, such as losing those blue Pikmin early. So if I played this again, there would have been things I would have done differently. But while I've got these Pikmin bringing back grapes, I'm gonna switch back to Louie here, just to make sure that I always want to have my Pikmin doing something in this mode, because again, you want to create that high score and get as much treasure as you can. So, all right, we've got this gold
It's a lot of gold.
nuggets going, and looks like these Pikmin are still working on the grapes.
We are watching Nintendo Treehouse Live.
Um,
They're showing off Pikmin 3 Deluxe, which is coming out later on this month.
there might just be some idle
And
Pikmin
then they're
that
showing
there's
Hyrule Warriors
Yeah.
Age of Calamity, which
Let's
should also
take
be
them out for their
exciting.
next adventure.
Give them purpose, Corey.
Ooh, and pluck some more Pikmin. All right, while they're plucking. While Pikmin are being plucked, it's always a good idea to switch to your other explorer. All right. Because you can't, while they're being plucked, there's not really much else that those guys can be doing. So, all right. Got another creature here whose weakness is actually on his back because he's got this shell on the front. Let's see if we can just charge. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Let's
That
just,
didn't go as planned.
oh no. We didn't see that. No, let's just get away from that.
Oh, no.
Man, that
Not all
sound.
Pikmin, not all creatures are actually small though. Even though we bailed out of that battle,
Rip.
And that creature was quite small. There are some creatures that are
Each day
much
per
more
level you visit is
intimidating and
timed. You can
large,
revisit levels
that
once you
you'll come
progress to get more
across.
stuff.
This one
Ah,
included,
okay.
Which, yeah, let's.
Yeah, it's like basically like when Nintendo has a
I've
stream where they
collected
show off
327,
where they show off a
photos of
game
gold
when they
so
stream
far.
it.
This is
They call
probably
it
a good
Treehouse
point to-
Live.
To end for now. I don't want to spoil too much of these side stories. But
Well, I
yeah,
never played
let's,
Pikmin before, but I'm really excited about Pikmin 3 now that I've seen a little bit more of it. I'm actually really excited. It looks really chill and really cool.
Completely different from anything we've seen so far.
And then the other one is Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, which I'm also really excited for because it's a prequel to Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, so Bingo Battle, you know,
I
it's
miss
definitely
him-
one of
oh.
I think our favorite modes in the Treehouse because it
Well.
gets really, really heated.
That's
you'll
unfortunate.
See in a second.
That's really
And
unfortunate.
The objective of
Well, I didn't
Bingo
mean to
Battle
miss it.
really
I
is
was
to fill out your
trying to
bingo
talk to
card.
you
I'm going
guys.
to be on the right side, Core will be on the left. And of course, if you're familiar with bingo, all you have to do is just make a line. It could be vertical, horizontal, diagonal, any kind of line. And to fill out each
Man,
of
I
those
don't know
little
why.
spaces, you have to collect either an item or an enemy to fill in that space. Sometimes there's multiple of an item. Sometimes there's not. But if you take a look at the two cards in the bottom and the middle, you'll notice that there are the same items, but they are placed differently on each of our bingo cards. And I'm not as good at this mode as Corey, so I'm gonna focus a little bit, craft my strategy of what I want to focus on first, and
yeah, I can talk a little bit about what's going on right now. Since we start with only 5 Pikmin by default, of course you can customize that, but because we start with 5, you're going to want to create a larger Pikmin squad as quickly as you can, because the more Pikmin that you have in your squad, the more
Online bingo battle? Oh, that's cool.
Like
Like that's what this is, right? Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? I keep yawning.
Sending some to one area and some to another. JC pushed the
I promise I don't think this is boring. I think this is extremely interesting.
Can do. If you're ever not sure where a
Just-
specific
I'm, like,
item
always
on the
tired.
bingo board that you want to collect
And
is,
it's like I took a shower right
you know,
before
simply pulling up that map to say,
streaming
oh, I need
this.
to get an orange.
whenever I shower I
and
get even
where's
more
the arrow
tired.
on the map? I'm gonna go get that 'cause that's what
I don't
want
know
on
if
the
it's just
bingo
me.
card.
It's like that, but
I think what you're going to see JC and I doing first is both growing our squads, and then you see that we both got bridge tiles on the sides of our map as well.
Hey.
So we've been
you're filling a bingo
collecting
board
some of
with
those
stuff.
bridge tiles to build
You
a
bring
bridge so we can cross the water.
there's
basically.
a lot of
Oh
deep
yeah,
strategy
yeah.
here too. While Corey's talking, I'm
I
actually.
mean that looks
thinking
really
about
cool,
some
man.
things. Like for example, taking a look at the bingo card that I have and actually targeting the corners. If I target the corners, which I probably shouldn't have said that out loud, but you wouldn't normally. If you target corners, that means you have with one item, you're able to get like a horizontal, vertical, and diagonal line all at the same time.
Sure. You got that?
Yeah, absolutely. And just
Oh, why are
because
you
I
coming
want
into my base?
These games look
Oh,
super
JC.
fun, but I don't
So
think
that is a
I
good
would go to
point.
play through
Sure.
just because I know
Yeah,
because
yeah,
these other
yeah,
titles kind
yeah,
of.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I know, man. It's
JC,
way too
which
much.
started, they kind of just started
Way too much coming out.
Really annoying, but very effective, and I have to use the control stick to shake them off. My Pikmin can defeat JC's Pikmin, which is nice, but if our Pikmin do encounter each other, they will want to.
I just saw one of my Pikmin get slapped by yours, and
Oh, did they fight each other? A little
yeah,
bit?
actually it's on me now. But don't worry, the songs will be sung of you, my friend.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Go get him. Go get him.
Okay. Let's.
Yeah.
I see that
numbers.
JC has an item actually from a roulette.
I
that
do.
he
Oh,
has, which
sure.
is
You poured
triple
Pikmin when they
rock,
announced it last
which
month.
he is able to use
I'll probably get it like
and drop on these,
digitally.
so I actually have to be really careful here.
I'm being very quiet about it. And now he just alright. He pointed it out, so that's fine. Okay. Gotta move. Gotta think. Okay.
And again, yeah, you do want to sometimes be aware of what your opponent's up to in this game,
Okay.
No,
that's
excuse me.
fine. Okay.
because they can be. JC can get pretty crafty at times.
All right. I'm gonna take a little detour here, and I'm gonna start strategizing by pulling some of these Pikmin I found that are my color, but they are in the water. So now I'm gonna try and get some of these. I'm gonna grab these blue ones.
Cool.
Let's get you in the water. Yeah. Oh.
They gave me something Pikmin related
I
after
tried
some
to,
years.
I tried to lure your red Pikmin in the water.
No.
See if they would follow
Stay
me.
away from my babies.
Yeah.
Need some cherries.
I'll take care of that. That's fine.
So this is the first time I'm finding a cherry
whoops.
item, which
That's probably
again, these cherries give me
Sorry,
a
sorry.
free spin on the item roulette, which can often change the tides of battle. So I'm wanting to get as many of these cherries as possible. Back to my base. All right, I've got a rock. So my cherry got me a free
Oh, this is
bomb
actually
rock,
not good.
which I can throw a Pikmin.
I'm actually wondering how long this whole stream is going to be.
A rock, a bomb rock, basically.
I thought it was going to be like an hour. It might still be an hour. Maybe Hyrule Warriors is going to be less gameplay.
Oh, he woke up and got out of there. Oh,
Huh.
that was kind of a waste.
Let me see if I can actually.
We can use electricity
Oh,
to just sort of
jerk.
be
Ah.
annoying to JC there and temporarily disable him.
That's funny.
Another item that I picked up through that I got from my cherry is sort of a free spin on the item roulette, which is this golden object, which if I use it will fill up a spot on my bingo card randomly, which looked like was an apple.
Oh no, it's the water! It's the water! It's the water! No.
Alright,
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I think this guy here may continue in charge.
I need to
Leave him
find a different
alone.
way around this because.
Okay, so I need two. I see the line that I want, but I'm. Oh no! That was a direct hit. Oh my gosh! You got me at like the right time. I have one.
Oh, I was
I have
staring at your
one
screen. I'm
Pikmin.
sorry.
Wow.
I'm down to one single Pikmin
Wow.
in this map.
Oh man.
JC will
Are you-
never live it down.
Oh, dude, yeah. If I won't.
He got me
Are
you
sleeping,
kidding me?
And I have one Pikmin. I wish
See if I can actually just.
I had.
That's insane.
Oh,
What
no.
happens if you lose them all? How do you get them back? I don't know if it's going to be an hour and a half, man. I feel like they're not going to show as much of Hyrule Warriors.
Oh man.
I feel it's going to be like a 40-20 split.
Distract it maybe.
But we'll see. Maybe.
Let it toss. It's fine.
I just.
Oh, it's still shaking so much. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Oh my gosh! Come on! I need a cherry.
Okay.
That was actually funny that happened.
Where was that? I really shouldn't be checking this right now, but that's right. All the enemies actually show up as those green flashing dots. So I'm actually trying to find this
There we go.
guy.
Okay. Whew, the long battle.
Go, 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 go. Oh,
Me and my
come on.
buddy. You're my boy,
Where are my
Blue.
blues? Did we just say blue at the same time?
Oh, that was exactly what I needed. Okay.
Nice.
So
So we got
the
10.
item that I just got was a 10 free Pikmin, basically, which sprout at my base.
Come on. Come on, this will work. This will work.
But I need way more. JC looks like he just needs the red Bulborb and the red Marble, which are both
You mean
en
like these
route.
two?
Yes. And I don't think I'm
No
gonna have
way.
enough Pikmin to.
Oh, please
Get
tell me
ya.
this is happening.
Nice.
Oh, this is so good.
So you just got to connect 4 in a
my
row.
goodness, buddy.
Like bingo.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, that's so cool,
So
dude.
What was I think from my perspective,
That actually looks really
what
fun.
Really turned the tides there is I was about to defeat both Bulborbs that I needed, but that rock came down at just the inopportune moment, and I had just kind
Oh,
of
boy.
forgotten that JC still had that item. So
Yeah, I
well
was actually.
done. You used it at exactly the right time.
That feels so good,
Um,
guys. Okay.
JC feels way too good right now.
he's so
We're
hyped.
gonna play one more game. This one is gonna be over in probably 2 minutes because I have way more incentive now to not take it easy. I'm not saying I was taking it easy last time, but
that felt so good.
this
Oh my
is a
gosh.
much smaller stage. So JC and I are probably going to come to a skirmish much quicker than we did in the last game. So there's really less of an opportunity to make mistakes here. There's also just a lot of, again, the map is small.
You're still getting over simple
we
what
want
you.
to
I
do
know, right?
everything very quickly with our moves.
And
Nice
Corey,
game plays wifey?
again,
Oh, for
because
sure.
Corey pointed out that the map is really small. You're probably going to see us get into some pretty
sure.
heated.
Yeah, the
Pretty heated battles real quick.
only thing in between us is that really this orange Bulborb enemy that you kind of see here that's sort of harassing me at my base right now. So other than that, we can just sort of waltz into each other's bases.
Which scares me because we're so close. All right. What if I start just? on. Come on. Oh, it's a big one. I didn't see it. Oh, run. No. No, this is bad. This is bad. All bad. So many. The sound of dying Pikmin. Okay. So I need to be smart about this here. Let's just do.
You got sword? Yeah, I got shield.
Okay. So I'll take that back. Get some numbers. This one's okay. Use a charge. Let's see
Oh
what
man,
else we
these
can get.
bulborbs are just hungry, and wow, I do not like that they're on my side of the map right now. It's almost as if you sent them over here, but I know you didn't.
I did not. Speaking of sending things over.
Do I look angry? Like sometimes when I have like
it's
just like
only nice
a
to
straight
give
face,
gifts that,
I feel like I
give
look
Jason
angry,
a
like-
gift of the same bomb rocks that he sent me earlier.
I wonder if that actually worked out in my favor, because at least he's not seeing that I'm actually trying to steal one of the only things in the map that exists, which is a golden strawberry.
No,
I don't know if
not
people always look
totally at
like
all.
No,
I have
no,
no
happy.
idea what you're doing.
No,
Like-
that's,
Were
hold
you,
on.
like I feel happy, but sometimes
Nope,
like my face
we're
don't
good.
look happy.
Golden
Sometimes I'll look over
No,
at like
mine. I have
my
numbers.
stream,
But
and my resting face is like.
no.
Do I really
All I
have?
need now
Do
is
I
a
really
red
have like an
strawberry.
angry resting face for real though?
It
Like, do you guys
looks
think
it's
so?
Right behind my base, and so. as
Who wins the
long
game and
as-
yells bingo? Oh, he's about to have it.
Oh wow.
He's about to
Yeah,
win.
So I can give up. I don't need to worry about the golden strawberry because I've got my
He's got the other one. Ah.
He won.
delicious sunseed berry for the quick bingo. I think that was a little over 2 minutes. So
That was
I
a
will-
little over. That was a.
I
that was a
got
speed-
a mo-
that was like a
resting
mercy
mildly
rate right
annoyed,
there.
emotionless
It gets
face.
really
Ended it quickly.
competitive.
You don't
on
think
the
so? On
battle.
Twitch sometimes,
as
homie?
you can see from a little bit of a taste. we
Even right now,
absolutely
just
love
now, I
this
felt
mode.
like
But
They
really,
look
all the
great.
modes offer a little bit of a different type of gameplay. So
Pikmin 3
we hope
Deluxe
you're
looks
looking
so
forward
good.
to checking out Pikmin 3 Deluxe.
Like
Be on
this
the lookout
this
for a
presentation
eShop demo
sold.
that will
Oh.
include save data transfer to the full game.
Oh,
And if you complete the eShop
Oh.
demo, defeat the last boss in the demo, you'll be able to start the full game with Ultra Spicy mode if you'd like that extra challenge.
no.
So again, thanks for checking out a little.
When's
bit
the
of
demo?
Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Don't
I
forget
want
the
to play
game,
the demo.
Comes out on October 30th.
That'll make a nice little video here on the channel.
Thanks, Corey. Again, really appreciate it. Thanks for letting me have that one win, because that does not happen often. And again, I can't wait to play some more Bingo Battle with you, in October. So, coming up next, obviously, is I'm waiting for this too, which is Hyrule Warriors Age of
Yo.
Calamity. So, over to you, Kay.
Yo, this is gonna be cool.
Thanks, JC. Thanks.
A
Corey.
demo will be
Wow, Pikmin
available
looks like a lot
this
of
evening.
fun.
This evening,
Hi,
Nintendo just
everyone.
tweeted it
I'm
out.
Kay from Nintendo Treehouse,
This
and
evening.
I've got my colleagues Chico and Kendra here with me.
When though? Like late evening or
Before we
early
get
evening?
started,
I hope it's
I'd
early
like
evening.
To acknowledge that we are doing this remotely, so there might be some technical limitations.
I like
but
how,
we're
like-
asking for your patience and your understanding as we work as hard as we can.
I like
to
how
bring
two of them
you
have like Breath
an
of the
amazing
Wild
experience.
background.
So today we're going to take a look at Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, which takes place 100 years before Breath of the Wild and tells the story of the Great Calamity and the events leading up to it, which really can only be told through the 1 versus 1,000 action of a Warriors game. We'll start off with a first
Why
look
am
at
I overexposed again?
I'm so excited. Chico, are you ready?
Yes, I am. So
Let's get
I'm
started.
I'm fine. I know. I'm.
They're so
in
excited, I love it.
Right now, as you can see, and I'm actually inside the Deluxe town right now.
Okay.
And then it is a Hyrule Warriors game, so you will be using X and Y button to do weak and strong attack, and then also A. Oh wait. Eager Master, but wait, is coming. Right now, the Deluxe town is under attack by Eager Clan. But I don't want to talk about why they're here. But the objective is I have to actually defeat all 3 Eager Blade Masters. So to do that, in addition to the usual Hyrule Warriors action, I have to use Rune to counter.
Oh wow.
And I can use, I just use the stasis now, as you can tell. But each character can use all 4 different runes in different occasions. So I need to focus on attacking him right now. So I'm gonna let Kay and Kendra talk about what's unique about Urbosa.
Great, thank you so much, Chico. Yeah, Urbosa's gameplay is really fun and exciting, and as you can see, it's focused on her ability to use an attack with lightning. She has a unique ability to charge up lightning, which is represented by the gauge at the top of the screen. And yep, she's charging it right
This game
there.
looks,
And
does
once
look
it's
awesome.
charged up, she
Hyrule
can
Warriors does,
actually,
Pac?
use the lightning in addition to her strong attacks to kind of strengthen those attacks and do some really character-specific stuff with it. She also uses lightning in her weak point counters and in her special attacks. And if Chico can get the timing right, after some of these big attacks where there's still some electricity lingering in the air, she can charge up her electricity super quick, which takes a lot of skill and a lot of timing, but it's very satisfying when you can pull it off.
Okay, so I'm running
And
around
to-
in the town.
And I just wanted to add too, aside from the gameplay that you're seeing, well, first of all, oh wait, no,
Oh my gosh.
interrupting myself because there's a Korok.
There it is.
No way.
It's so cute.
So clearly, Koroks are in the stages.
Is there another 900 Koroks in this game?
But this is the first time that people get to play as Urbosa, which is
Oh my
already
gosh.
super awesome. And this area probably looks pretty
Oh
familiar
my
to some Breath
goodness.
of the Wild fans.
Yeah.
And it's
the
cool
whole
to
town
see
looks
these places.
so great.
Pre-Calamity. But what I did want to say is fans can look forward to getting more backstory on these characters as well.
Watch them say, and a demo is available for Hyrule Warriors Age of
Urbosa's
Calamity tonight
relationship
as
to
well.
Zelda, and also more information
Doubt it.
about Urbosa's relationship to Zelda's late mother. So if you're like me and you love to get to know the characters and get to know them in ways that you didn't get to in Breath of the Wild, this game is your opportunity to do that.
That's awesome.
That's right. It's really, there's a lot to unpack in here and a lot to see, and it's very thrilling for fans of Breath of the Wild to be able to take a look, a more in-depth look at this time in the story. All right, and now we're taking a look at Zelda's gameplay, which is also a first look. Very exciting. As you can see, she uses the runes as her main attacks, in addition to being able to use them just like everyone else. And she can create different combinations of runes to take out huge swarms of enemies. Oh my gosh. In a very unique way. It's so cool to see
true Chico
Zelda
fashion.
being able to take out these guys.
Yeah, and for me, anytime Zelda gets to, you get to play as Zelda and annihilate enemies as Zelda, it's pretty much a win for me. Because Zelda in a Zelda game.
Yeah.
She's taking a picture.
Well, and she's
And it's
really
destroying
fun
the
to play
enemies.
as in this one. Nice work.
That's cool, man.
Nice work.
I'm just gonna go back to Roboza because she is my favorite. And
She's great.
I know Zelda is great, but yeah. Okay, so I
Urbosa's
have
also
to
great.
chase
But
after.
Urbosa.
Yes, definitely. I have to chase after the Iga people, so I'm gonna go after that to the location I'm told to go. There looks like there's a lot of people here.
And for people who are new to the Warriors series, as you can see, there are prompts on the screen that help guide you through the process of the gameplay and the action. But you also can turn those off if you want to.
So I'm at this location, and it looks like my objective is to defeat the enemies with loud attack. So I think I need to...
Ooh.
Oh, I can't use
Hold on,
right
just
now,
looking at
so
some real
I will
quick.
wait till my rune fills up first, but...
Make some noise,
Okay,
Chico.
so I'm going...
Do
I'll
it.
do that. Hold on. These guys are loud.
This guy's really getting in your
Yeah.
way. So as you can see, when you use the Sheikah runes, there is a little bit of a wait time for it to charge back up before you can use it again, which is very similar to how it worked in Breath of the Wild. Oh man, that was a gorgeous takeout right there.
Have you played Warriors?
The
Yeah, I
reason
have the
for
first
it
Warriors,
isn't
but I never finished it.
loud attacks.
Like I never got
to call
super
forth a certain
far in it.
familiar monster, and there he is. Oh man.
You sure it's not a lady though?
I think he's beautiful.
Yeah, he's too scary, and he's coming after me, so I don't think I want to do this. Bye-bye.
No, let's go ahead and like,
That's it.
let's escape
Done.
to the main menu while we can. So we're gonna go back to the world map and show some of the gameplay between battles. Leveling up characters, strengthening weapons, and unlocking things. There it is. Very familiar map of Hyrule. Chico, do you want to tell us a little bit about this?
Yeah, so if you ever play, like original Hyrule Warriors game or maybe different Warriors game, you might be familiar with how the menu look like. You will go from chapter 1 to 3 type thing, but this one you actually go through different chapters and locations using the map of Hyrule from the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
That's really cool.
And when I first saw this, I was literally screaming because it was so gorgeous, and I just loved it. And because it's a Hyrule Warriors game,
That's really cool.
When you're playing the stages, you collect a lot of different.
That's
types of
insane,
materials.
dude.
So using those materials, you can unlock different locations on the map, like the stables, other training grounds, and even like
what is going?
dishes you can cook type thing.
You can cook what?
So one of the things I wanted to show is actually here, Blacksmith.
This
So
music is pretty
it
cool.
a Hyrule Warriors game, so you will be collecting a lot of different weapons while you are in the stage. Not like Breath of the Wild, you don't. The weapons do not break during the stage, but you can use these weapons you collected to strengthen your primary use weapon. So right now I'm using this sword, but there's other different type of weapons I can get and different way to use it. So I want to use my sledgehammer, iron sledgehammer, and fuse them with all the materials I got so far.
Okay.
With the level
And
1
I think I
soup
will-
ladle that you will not neglect. Don't you dare.
Okay, so I mean,
Okay. Whew. I was worried.
I shouldn't. It's okay. It's okay.
No, use it.
Okay, so
Yes, it's okay.
you can use up to 5 different weapons, and you can strengthen.
This is really cool.
It's a rupee, so make sure you collect the rupees when you are in the stage 2. And now I have my sledgehammer leveled up to 5, so I can use that. Next
Huh.
if I want to. Another thing is the materials you collected. You can make the dish. So let's see, this one is ready. So spurred fish dish.
Oh, excuse
And
me.
you need the materials 5 fish, so I have the trout. So now I love that dish, so I can earn the recipe for chili fish stew.
Right.
I
And
I
the
love that
recipe
sound.
Can be used to.
I love that sound
give
so
your
much.
Characters a little bit of a buff before you go into battle, and there are a bunch of different types that have different effects, so it's pretty fun to collect them and see what they do. Yep.
And
They
then,
also have
by defeating the go ahead.
yeah, so by defeating monsters and getting those materials, you can also turn them into these other quests, which you can use to unlock bonus combos or extra health or other such things. But the thing I really like about these is that they have little stories that go along with them. Little glimpses into the characters' lives between battles during this war. The one that we just did, for example, is about a young child in Hateno village who wants to build a monster dummy so that they can practice using a two-handed sword. And so Link actually brings the materials to make the dummy, creates this dummy, helps them build it, and then they train together. And that's how Link is able to come up with an extra move for his two-handed sword. And I love it because Link's from Hateno Village. So it's
The
very
music in the
sweet
background
swords
is so
in real
like,
life.
like
Yeah, the world building
So,
is really excellent. in this game.
disastrous. Like, you know, you're on the brink
We
of like
just,
disaster.
strengthened this two-handed. I mean, sledgehammer is basically a two-handed sword type. So I'm going into the training mission where I can actually use this
Oh,
sledgehammer
excuse
to showcase how the two-handed sword or two-handed weapon will work in this game. So
Oh
I
my
changed my
gosh,
weapon,
dude.
and I
My
guess I can
eyes so
also
like
fire.
watery, but I can't wipe
Yeah.
it dry.
Yeah, you can
Okay, good.
unlock different pieces of armor as you progress through the game, and you can equip or, I guess, unequip
Is that ever happened to you
them,
guys?
as and dress him up however you want.
They look nice.
yeah,
What are you
this is-
talking about?
This is
Okay, and
Link's,
also,
It looks
training
nice. What are you talking about?
and we also, this is the chili fish skewer we just got from the recipe location, so I can use that.
right, and every character will react differently to the,
Whoa.
dishes that
Whoa.
you cook for them.
Whoa, Octo.
some characters
Whoa.
Even have favorite
Better
dishes,
than Breath of
and
the
they'll say
Wild?
something different
No.
when you give them their favorite
It looks
dish.
great,
So it's a lot
and
of
I'm
fun
excited
to
for it,
try out
but
a bunch
no.
of different recipes and see
No, man.
your
What the
characters
frig?
prefer.
Yeah, and if you watch the TGS live stream, you might have seen the cutscene where it's showing the tower actually raising from the ground. And
The Switch needs an
tower is actually
SSD.
going to be a base for Link whenever he goes to the next mission. So I think you just saw him
Oh,
kind of
graphically.
walking from the
Okay.
tower to that new location.
Yeah, I mean, I
while
could see that.
showcasing the two-handed sword training mission.
Right.
Without
So
a
yeah,
shirt on.
it is a training mission. Without
Hey! Don't judge me.
I mean,
Oh, there's no
the two-handed
judgment.
sword is a lot of
If
work.
anything, I just feel bad for Link.
No, you know, he
I guess
works
there's
up
less
quite a
fabric to
sweat
get in the
sitting
way
that
while
thing
he's
around.
fighting.
Yeah, so as you can see, this is a training level, so you're fighting against a lot of Hyrulean soldiers, and using the two-handed sword, which, you know, aesthetically does look a lot like how it was used in Breath of the Wild. In this game, it's slower but more powerful than the one-handed sword. But the fun thing about it is that he can use the unique action to strengthen his strong attacks. In exchange,
Oh,
he
stop
takes a little
yawning!
bit of
Frig, what the
temporary
frig?
damage.
Why do I
like
keep
that.
yawning? I'm
And,
sick of this
in order
yawning
to
crap.
heal that temporary damage, you can press X to consume a meal in the middle of battle.
And,
I love the animation for
Chico,
him eating.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
see
I
it,
love the
Chico.
animation for him eating.
Let's
Yeah,
get near
if
some
she'll do
enemies.
it for us.
Sorry. I was focused
Oh,
on
get near some enemies. Oh, no, not quite. Okay, so, but one of those
I
eating
just
animations is highly aggressive, and if Chico does it near some enemies, then we will see what happens. And hopefully we'll get an opportunity to show you that because I love it.
Nom nom nom.
Yeah! Okay, yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Aggressive food eating,
I love it.
shockwave blast, sending the soldiers flying.
That's insane.
I love that they included that in this game as part of the actual fighting style for the two-handed sword. I think it's a great homage to Breath of the Wild and people who played it like I did, which is to say having a stockpile of apples or something in my inventory so I could chow down when I'm being blown back by a strong attack that did lots of damage.
You can aggressively eat your apples and send those soldiers
Aggressively eat your apples. It's the only way to eat apples in this game.
If you burn,
Alright, how many
apple,
KOs do
you
we
can
have?
actually get grilled apple too.
Oh yeah.
So I have to kill
Alright.
170 more.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're more than halfway.
I'd also like to point out that this location is very familiar It appeared as ruins in Breath of the Wild, but now, before the Calamity, it's in its heyday. And it's very cool to see what it looked like before it got destroyed.
Yeah, and
Nice
Chico,
one,
maybe you could
Chico.
show us some lightning rod action.
What? Hold on, hold
Oh
on.
yeah, we did get to see the
You
ice
can
rod
wear
before.
or remove familiar clothing from Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, that one.
That's what Nintendo just tweeted.
Wait,
You can do it. So, as you can see, what she's timing her attacks for when that weak point gauge comes out. The big strategy against these stronger enemies is to cut down that weak point gauge and create an opening so you can do counter attack, which can be very powerful.
Okay.
Nice one.
A little bit more.
I need a big group of soldiers to beat that sea.
I love the two-handed sword so much. I think it's my favorite. It's so satisfying, you know, to just slam through all of
Who he
these
eats.
enemies, you know, these thousands and thousands
So intense.
of enemies. And also to, like, take a little break to have a snack here and then. It's a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Oh, this is my favorite one.
I'm hoping we can.
I know your favorite
show
is the
show some
soup
flurry
ladle.
rush too. Oh, of course.
I'm trying! I suck at this thing!
No, you
What?
don't.
No, you don't. You're doing great. You're almost there.
You need to find another one of those captains.
14 more.
Nah, he's not there.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah, done.
Nice.
Oh,
There we go.
Wait,
yeah,
what?
look-
Why do you gotta
Mr.
fight him?
Luke.
He's my favorite.
Oh, it's lagging.
It's cool. He's very heavy moving character too. Oh,
Why do you gotta
no,
fight the Rook?
Yeah.
don't do that.
He moves surprisingly quickly for someone of his size, though, I have to say.
Oh wait, this is training.
Yeah. What,
Yeah, I get it now. This is like a training scenario.
Oh,
You can do it, Chico. I believe in you.
keep your own size. I mean, like, he's like 2 times
Oh my
bigger than me.
goodness.
Oh my gosh. That looks like a little bit of rough play for training.
They take their training very seriously.
There's
Nice work.
take
Nice
that.
Yeah,
work.
wow.
Man, you made very quick
You
work
took
of
them out
the
really
rook. Good
fast.
job.
Yeah, you did.
Wow.
All right, let's cut away from this for a second because we have one other thing we'd like to show you. Chico's got to set it up though. I love Daruk. He's so great. He's such a
Well, and it's really
fun character.
Yeah, and it's cool to see all the various characters, you know, that we know and love from Breath of the Wild, but seeing them in this different setting and seeing all of their special moves and how those differ. I do really like seeing that, and I'm excited for what we're about to show you as well, you the viewers.
Yeah, it's great. It's an amazing thing that they've done with this game to bring us into this era, you know, pre-Calamity, and show us all these
Maybe a
characters and
cutscene?
show us
Maybe.
the intricacies of how they interact and how they perform in
The
battle.
head was underground before he disappeared.
It's stuff that
I didn't even see that.
I think, personally, as a fan of Breath of the Wild, I wished for
That's
so
crazy.
hard was the chance to
Mhm.
be able to see these guys in their prime. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and not to bring the soup ladle up too much, but I do want to say I love that they included the soup ladle. You know, that they're bringing it back, and we see those same touches from Breath of the Wild in this game. And Chico mentioned that the weapons aren't breakable, so you really could, you know, equip that soup ladle if you wanted a serious challenge. You could fight with the soup ladle.
Serious.
You could
You know,
use
yes,
weapons to
choose your
make
own
the soup
adventure.
ladle stronger. Yeah. I love it. I love that when you use the soup ladle, you got the pot lid as a shield too. All right, so
Totally.
we're looking at Impa now.
Yeah. So what I want to show is in the distance, but I need to take care of these guys first close. This guy's just in
Nice.
my way. Okay. Ah!
So obviously, this is a new depiction of Impa that we're seing here. But Chico is about to show us just what Impa is capable of in the gameplay.
I love her. I love Impa so much. I think she's so much fun
Impa.
to play. She's
Impa,
so quick,
Impa.
and she has these different jutsu attacks that she uses, like the summoning of the frog and the creation of stone.
Let's go.
You did. That was an impressive use of the electric rod, I have to say. And here we have a Hinox. I love it. So yeah, as I was saying, Impa's gameplay, being able to absorb those symbols to create the clones and then strengthen the strong attack when she has all of her clones out is it's really fun. Takes a lot of strategy and timing. Nice. And you can see her her secret
Serious
usage does
boss.
differ from the other characters we've looked at today too. You can do it. So we discussed earlier the
ready.
usage of runes in order to create openings to counter strong enemies. And it's even more important that you do that when fighting these big monsters too, because if you get the timing right on
Stasis.
these, just like
Nice.
that, you can
Just
create
like
these
that.
great dramatic openings for yourself. And it really is vital that you get these weak point smashes in because they do so much damage. And it can really make it easy to, or easier, I should say, to take these guys out.
To take out the poor Hinox that was just having a nap, minding his own business,
I don't
doing
know
his own
about that.
thing. Well, I mean, I would be grumpy too if I got woken up like that.
Nice.
That's fair. Nice work,
Chico's
Chico.
making short work of this guy.
She really is.
I love that flying squirrel move. The maniacal laughter, yes.
Nice.
Big moves.
All right, I think that's
All right, I
all the
think
time we
that's-
have left for today.
Hey, come on, man.
Stop, beating up on this poor Hinox
What?
and let him go back to his nap. All right.
She's still going. She's like,
Thanks,
screw it. I'm
everyone,
finishing
for
it.
tuning in. This was Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity.
Wow.
Which releases Friday, November 20th. We hope you enjoyed
Exciting.
it. We sure did.
Yeah.
And have a great day.
Exciting
Bye.
stuff. I'm excited. Looked great. But rip the fact that we didn't get to see the ending of that boss fight. So unfortunate. Gonna have to friggin' play the game yourself when it comes out if you want to do it. Well, my friends, that was a great presentation. What I took out of that is I got even more excited for Hyrule Warriors, which I was already really, really excited for. And I also got excited about Pikmin 3 Deluxe. I didn't know much about Pikmin previously. Like, I knew about Pikmin, okay? I just didn't know, like, the gameplay elements as much. I played a little bit of the 3DS demo, like I said. But it looks really good. I'm actually really excited. It looks really chill. I love, like, the nature and stuff. I mean, I've always known that existed in the Pikmin world. But I don't know. I guess seeing it more hands-on kind of, really opened up, my eyes to the world of Pikmin. So I'm excited. I'm going to be playing the demo tonight. Yeah, I'm going to make a video on that. So stay tuned for that whenever that drops. I'll try to get that out tonight. If for some reason I don't end up getting it out tonight, I'll have it out by the morning. But I should have it out tonight. But yeah, I'm really excited. I got to figure out how to fit this in to the budget, because there's a lot of stuff coming out in November that's going to cost me an arm and a leg. And kind of unrelated, but I just found out that there's like a couple extra expense for my EP that I'm working on that I didn't realize was part of the process of having having music professionally done. So there's like a mastering process to that I didn't realize was like you usually get someone else to do that, and it's like additional fees. So I got that to think of. So I'm hoping I could pull off Pikmin. I should be able to be fine. If you guys want to help out, the best way is just to watch videos, leave likes on it, share it with your friends, because obviously that does give me a little bit of help as well, and different things like that. Also, if you're gonna buy things like Control Freaks and you use my code, I get a little bit of a kickback. I get like a 10% kickback. Is it 5 now or is it 10? I can't remember. You get 10% off. I just can't remember what my percentage of a kickback is. I think it's 10. So if you buy like $20 worth of Control Freaks, I get like $2, or anything you buy in the Epic Game Store, I get a little bit of a kickback from that as well. So that can help, and just, things like that, kind of help out more than you think it does, and then Amazon. Actually, if you use my Amazon links, I have links down in the description below. If you use my Amazon link to shop on Amazon, I get a little bit of a kickback from that, but that's usually like an Amazon gift card. So that's kind of the way I kind of set that up. So yeah, little things like that is just, cool ways you can help support the channel. Is just like, viewership and sharing it with your friends, things like that. And, if you want, that is obviously, and all that good stuff. So yeah, November's going to be crazy. If you guys are new to this channel, maybe you're not aware, maybe you've hung out here, maybe you're not even new here, but maybe you've hung out for a while. I have another channel that's like not Nintendo related, so it's called youtube.com/JSkeleton. You guys can check it out, links in the description below if you're interested. We've been talking a lot about PS5 and Xbox Series X over there. We're going to be unboxing those consoles when they come out over there. We're going to be playing, different games that are non-Nintendo over there, which I have as well. Hey, man, I want this little screen up and all that good stuff. So definitely check out that channel as well if you are not aware of it, and if you are into non-Nintendo gaming stuff. If you're just into Nintendo, this is the place for you. We do everything Nintendo on this channel, and all that good stuff. So yeah, next month is going to be very busy. What's up, David? The demo's coming out tonight. It's coming out, they said this evening, so I don't know what they mean by evening. Is it late evening, early evening? I don't know. But yeah, just to give you guys a quick little idea of what I have for this month. There is Pokemon Sword and Shield, which thankfully is already paid. I bought that DLC like months ago. So that DLC I'm going to be covering here on the channel. Watch Dogs Legion I'm going to be covering on my other channel. Pikmin 3 Deluxe, I've been sold on it. I'm pretty sure if I can swing the cash, I'm going to get it. And so that's coming out at the end of October, and that's really exciting. And then in November, that's when things get crazy. We got the 2 new console releases and things like that. We got Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Destiny 2 Beyond Light, which thankfully I've already pre-ordered. Demon Souls I'm still considering. There's a game called Destruction All Stars I'm still considering. Same thing with Godfall. Definitely playing Spider-Man Miles Morales Ultimate Edition on my other channel, so I'm going to be playing Miles Morales and then the remastered Spider-Man after that. Sackboy what the frig? Didn't I pause it? I thought I paused it right here. Yeah, there we go. Now I'm going to be playing Sackboy: A Big Adventure as well. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, which thankfully is already pre-ordered. Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory. All these games are going to be on my other channel because they're not Nintendo related. Cyberpunk 2077, which is going to be insane. Huge game. And Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity is going to be on this channel. And then there's a game called Immortals Phoenix Rising that I'm pretty interested in. Pretty sure I'm going to get that. That's going to be at the beginning of December. But that's going to be on my other channel as well because it's not Nintendo related. That one used to be called Gods and Monsters. So a lot of stuff happening. It's a pretty crazy year. It's going to be insane. It's going to be insane. So yeah, keep that in mind and all that good stuff. But that's pretty much it. I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, I'll probably be recording the demo because the demo is probably not going to be super long. Maybe I can stream it on Twitch while I record it, but I won't be interacting with the Twitch chat if I do it that way. I don't know. I'll see. I'm not 100% sure yet. But yeah, it's going to be crazy. Still trying to figure out how, on this channel, I'm fine with streaming playthroughs of Nintendo games. But for my other channel, I'm still debating whether to do them as live Let's Plays or recorded Let's Plays, because I feel like live Let's Plays kind of kill my channel momentum, but that might not be the case. So I don't know. I don't know how YouTube works. The algorithm's kind of weird. So anyways, I think we're going to wrap this one up here. It's just, there's not much more to say to that. This has been my reaction, which I know at times I was very like, I'm really tired. I'm sorry. I tried, man. I don't know what's wrong with me lately. I'm just so tired, man. It's like my body's weird. And yeah, it sucks. It doesn't feel good being tired all the time. But, you know, hopefully you guys enjoyed hanging out with me, watching this with me. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, by the way. It's always cool to watch this with you guys, you know. It's like watching it with friends, but, like, we're all over the world. So, yeah, thanks for watching with me. If you guys are new to the channel, check out the social links down in the description below. Definitely join our Discord. We've got a community Discord, a lot of cool people in there. I call it a community Discord because it's like that's basically what it's, community of gamers, right? You guys. So definitely check that out if you're new to that. If you have Twitter, you want to follow me at JSkeleton92 on Twitter. I live on Twitter basically, and then we do the YouTube stuff. No, Nintendo here, other non-Nintendo stuff on my other one, and then we have our casual kind of Twitch streams as well. So yeah. Thanks for hanging out. You guys stay safe, stay well. I will catch you guys very soon in another video. I'm actually going to have on my other channel, youtube.com/JSkeleton, I'm going to have another episode of Crash Bandicoot 4 going up in about 45 minutes. So around 3 p.m. Eastern, I should be dropping that on my other channel. Stay tuned for that if you guys have been enjoying that series. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. Crash 4 is a pretty good game. So, yeah. Anyways, stay safe, stay well. I'll see you guys soon in another one. And until then, my friends, not starting soon. Thanks for watching. Had the wrong one. See you guys soon.